What if a tiny pocket-sized recorder could replace your bulky audio gear for meetings, interviews, and everyday note-taking? As someone who spends a lot of time around mics, recorders, and studio tools, that's the promise the Plaud Note Pro puts on the table. It isn't trying to be a high-end field recorder or a portable studio mic. Instead, it's aiming to become the ultimate smart capture device that handles the recording and the paperwork afterward. So today, we are looking at it not just as a productivity gadget, but through the lens of someone who actually cares about how things sound. Right out of the box, the Plaud Note Pro feels more like a piece of audio gear than a regular smart device. It has that clean aluminum frame, the kind of construction that reminds you of pocket recorders from Sony or Zoom, just drastically miniaturized. It's literally credit card sized and only 30 grams, which makes it feel unreal for something that's supposed to replace your note-taking workflow. The tiny 0.95-inch AMOLED display isn't meant for monitoring waveforms, of course, but it does give you the essentials: battery, level indicators, and recording mode. The single highlight button feels like a smart addition for audio people. Instead of scrubbing through long files to find important cues, you just tap it during the moment, and the AI prioritizes it later. It's a minimalistic design that still respects the needs of someone who thinks about workflow. This is where most audio people will judge it. And honestly, the Plaud Note Pro performs better than its size suggests. It uses a 4-mic MEMS array with beamforming, which isn't going to replace a shotgun mic or lav setup, but for near-field and mid-range spoken audio, it's surprisingly competent. In quiet indoor environments, voices come through crisp and natural. The beamforming does a good job isolating the speaker, though it's still MEMS at the end of the day, so you'll occasionally hear a bit of sharpness or compression, the typical digital character these mics have. In noisy cafes or conference halls, it holds its own, but you will notice some roll-off in clarity, along with occasional crackling when background noise gets chaotic. The 5-meter pickup range is accurate, but if you're an audio purist, you'll want to keep speakers within 1 to 3 meters. That's the sweet spot where transcriptions become nearly flawless and the playback stays intelligible. One thing we appreciate is the endurance mode, up to 50 hours of recording time. That's something even dedicated audio recorders struggle with. You're sacrificing some dynamic accuracy, but for long sessions like workshops or panels, it's ideal. And the dual mode detection, switching between phone call recording and in-person meeting capture, is genuinely useful. It means you don't have to manually adjust settings like you would on a traditional recorder. This is the part that traditional audio gear absolutely can't touch. The AI transcription is sharp, supports over 100 languages, and gets the nuance right more often than not. The summaries are extremely well structured, not just a basic overview, but specific formats like action points, feedback summaries, or decision breakdowns. The Ask Plaud feature feels like having a searchable audio archive. Instead of scrolling through a waveform, you can literally ask, "What were the main objections raised during this interview?" And it will pull the answer out. For someone who records lots of interviews, voice memos, or brainstorming sessions, this feature alone is a massive time saver. The multimodal inputs are interesting too. Adding handwritten notes, images, or highlight markers to the audio timeline feels like the modern version of syncing notes with your recorder. Bluetooth 5.4 keeps the connection stable, and once the audio files hit the Plaud app, you can export them in various formats. Autoflow is also a standout. It can automatically transcribe, summarize, and export your audio without you lifting a finger. The privacy features are robust. SOC2, HIPAA, and GDPR compliance. That's way more security than any traditional pocket recorder offers. If you're working with client audio, interviews, or confidential discussions, this matters. Sync delays can happen. Sometimes a recording doesn't transfer instantly, requiring a quick restart. It's mildly annoying but not workflow breaking. So, is the Plaud Note Pro good for audio gear people? If you're expecting it to replace your lavaliers, shotgun mics, or portable recorders, it won't. That's not its lane. But if you want a hyper-portable smart recorder that excels at capturing spoken audio For the purpose of transcription and organization, this thing is extremely compelling. It's essentially an AI-powered audio assistant that handles the grunt work of note-taking, summarizing, and organizing your recordings. For podcasters, journalists, creators, researchers, and anyone who handles spoken content regularly, it's honestly one of the smartest workflow tools you can add to your bag.